Hello, my name is Nicolette Kaliza. I work for Winsome Wealth and we're the brokers on your medical aid and provident fund. The purpose for this video is to assist you with completing your Momentum medical aid application. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen so we can go through the application step by step. Okay, so what you're looking at there is the Momentum Supergroup application for membership form. This application is catered for our groups, employer groups. So right at the very beginning, it calls for personal details. So specifically on section 1, these are the principal member details. So the person who works for the employer, who is the principal member of this membership. So you see there it asks for your personal details. So such as your name, surname, ID number, your address, very important, as well as a cell phone number and email address if applicable. The next section then calls for spouse or partner details. So if you have a spouse or a partner, you can also add them to the medical aid. Their details are then called for. So the same applies, it's their personal details such as name, surname, ID number, their contact number, email address. If their physical postal address is the same as the principal members, then you can simply tick yes on this box. You don't need to now enter those details. If you're adding any children to the membership, then the dependents details would apply. So you see that it calls for dependent 1. It starts from 1 up to 4, depending on the number of dependents you are wanting on your membership. If you are adding anyone else other than a spouse or a child, then you will need to complete a separate form, which is an addition of dependent form, as full underwriting will apply. But we do explain that to you in the process. So similarly, it calls for the personal details of the dependents under this section. Okay. We move on to section 2, which is the employer information. Under this section, you simply have to complete the company name right on the first block, as well as the date you were employed at the company. Thereafter, we will complete the rest of the details for you. The same applies under the financial advisor section. We complete the details for you. Section 4 is then a very important section. This section calls for your option choice. So it is advised that you speak to an advisor before applying for medical aid, as they will be able to assist you with a suitable option that will suit you and your family's needs. So we do have financial advisors at Winsome Wealth who do assist with this. Most of our members normally will go on the custom option. But like I explained earlier, the advisor will assist you to go on a suitable option whereby it will suit your family's needs. So it is very important to speak to an advisor prior. Section 5, you don't have to worry about. That section is completed by the employer. Section 6 is very important. Momentum will not process your application without these details. So you have to complete your bank details. These are simply for claim refunds. It's not that Momentum is going to debit your account. That's not the case, but they need the claims refunds details. It is important that you sign and date once you have put these details there. In section 7 is your consent. You simply have to sign and date that section. Section 8 is agreeing to the terms and conditions of the scheme. You need to put the start date there. Normally, the start date will be the date you joined the company. So you might have been employed from the 1st of May, for example. So then you would complete first, put in the month, and the year by which you were employed. And then the same rule applies. You sign and date this section as well. Then move on to our application for complementary products. So this section specifically, we will look at the health saver. The health saver is a complementary product that goes hand in hand with the default option that most of our clients go on, which is the custom option. The custom option is a hospital plan. Therefore, one needs to have a health saver, because then the health saver, it works as a savings whereby you can contribute a certain amount monthly and then you're able to access day-to-day benefits. So in this section, you ignore the first page. You come onto the second page. It asks for Fika verification on section 2.1. So on the very first line, you are to complete your ID number. And then under this block here, you just simply have to take the source of funds, which would be your income. These boxes are generally pre-ticked for your ease of reference. However, if they're not ticked, then you are to tick that you want to apply for a health saver, and then you are to tick that you want to contribute towards your health saver. Then next to the R, the amount you would like to contribute towards your health saver would be applicable. Like I said earlier, normally before you apply for membership, you would speak to an advisor, and an advisor would actually help you with choosing how much to contribute towards your health saver, depending on your individual family's needs. Section 2.4, that's for an application for credit on your health saver. So this is subject to credit assessment. What is the use of a health saver credit facility? It's for if you, for example, let's say you contribute 1,000 Rand towards your health saver in a month. However, every month is different. So perhaps this month you needed more than 1,000 Rand for day-to-day benefits. So what Momentum have done is, with the health saver credit facility, you can get 10 months premiums loaded upfront into your health saver for your use. Like I explained earlier, it is subject to credit assessments, which is why Momentum need you to complete this section in full. So you have to complete your joint monthly income in your household, as well as your expenses. So those would be your expenses on a monthly basis. Then you'd put in your expenses total here. In order to get your net monthly income, you would then take your total income, subtract your total monthly expenses, then you would get the monthly income. Section 2.5, it's normally pre-ticked for you as well. For in-hospital claims, you would want them to be paid in full, and you wouldn't want any shortfalls to be paid from your health saver for hospital benefits, because you most likely would have gap cover to cover for those. Your day-to-day claims, you would want to be paid from your health saver in full, hence the tick on the first box. Section 2.6 refers to a multiply money card. This is a card that's linked to your health saver. It is done for convenience, and the fees are shown here on this section. So the monthly fee for the health multiply money card. So the multiply money card is linked to your health saver. So if you were to go consult at a GP, you can simply swipe your multiply money card and it would take funds automatically from your health saver. It works the same even if you were to go to a pharmacy. And to get medication, you can simply swipe the multiply money card. So if you would like this card, you would then tick the first box. And if you would like anyone else on the membership who has applied for cover to also have access to a card, you would then tick the second box and complete their details on this section for the additional card holder. All these sections, you don't need to complete anything. Page 5 of 8, you don't need to complete anything. And then you come to your terms and conditions. You need to sign and date those. Then you go right to the bottom, the very last page of your application. The same rule applies. You need to sign and date. That brings you to the end of your Momentum membership application. I hope this video helps. Please remember, you still can contact us should you run into any problems, and we're willing to help you. Thank you and bye.